My beloved child. Before you do anything else, stay here for a moment. Do not rush away. Do not skip. There is a reason your eyes found this message today. Out of all the voices you could have listened to, out of all the distractions competing for your attention, you are here right now. And what you are about to hear may be the message your heart has been waiting for longer than you realize. Something huge is waiting for you. For a long time, you have carried questions that nobody else could answer. Questions you kept hidden behind your smile. Questions you whispered only to yourself when the world became quiet. You wondered if love still remembered your name. You wondered if the story you hoped for was still possible. You wondered if the connection you dreamed about existed somewhere beyond the disappointments, beyond the delays, beyond the moments that made you question everything. Stay till the end. Because what comes next is not what you expect. There is something remarkable happening beneath the surface of your life right now. Even if you cannot see it. Even if you cannot feel it. Even if the evidence seems invisible. While you were focusing on what was missing, something else was quietly moving into place. While you were looking at closed doors, another door was preparing to open. And that changes everything. Many people give up right before the moment they needed to keep going. They walk away just before the answer arrives. They stop believing just before the breakthrough appears. But you are still here. And that matters more than you know. Don't skip. Because every word of this message is building towards something important. There was a season when your heart felt tired. A season when it seemed easier to lower your expectations than to keep hoping. You told yourself not to expect too much. Not to dream too much. Not to believe too much. Yet somehow, deep inside, a small light continued shining. That light never disappeared. That quiet hope never left. And today, that hope is the reason you are hearing these words. The message you have been waiting to hear about love is not a message of endings. It is not a message of loss. It is not a message telling you that your best days are behind you. It is the opposite. Your story is not running out of pages. A new chapter is beginning. Stay till the end. Because there is something you need to understand. Love does not always arrive with noise. Sometimes it arrives through preparation. Sometimes it arrives through growth. Sometimes it arrives through lessons that only make sense later. Think about everything you have learned. Think about how much stronger you have become. Think about the wisdom you gained from experiences that once felt impossible. None of it was wasted. Every challenge taught you something. Every setback shaped you. Every disappointment revealed something important. And now, all those pieces are beginning to connect. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, somewhere beyond what you can see, circumstances are changing. Conversations are happening. Opportunities are forming. Paths are crossing. The future is moving toward you even when it seems still. That is why this moment matters. Because you are closer than you think. Closer than yesterday. Closer than last month. Closer than the version of yourself that almost gave up. Don't skip. The next part of this message may reveal something your heart has needed to hear for a very long time. There is a difference between waiting and preparing. Many people wait. Very few prepare. But without realizing it, you have been preparing. You have been learning patience. You have been learning trust. You have been learning how valuable your heart truly is. And because of that, you are becoming ready for something meaningful. Not something temporary. Not something shallow. Something real. Something that brings peace instead of confusion. Something that brings clarity instead of uncertainty. Something that feels like coming home after a long journey. Can you feel the anticipation building? Stay till the end. Because the most important part of this message is still ahead. There are moments in life that seem ordinary while they are happening. Then later, you realize they changed everything. A conversation. A meeting. A decision. A single unexpected moment. At first it appears small. Then it transforms your entire story. You may be standing closer to one of those moments than you realize. That is why today is different. That is why this message feels different. That is why your attention was drawn here. Because your heart needed a reminder. A reminder that hope is still alive. A reminder that love has not forgotten you. A reminder that beautiful things can happen when you least expect them. And this is only the beginning. Something huge is waiting for you. Don't skip. The next chapter of this message will reveal why the timing of everything matters more than you ever imagined, and why what seems delayed may actually be arriving at the perfect moment. Listen carefully, because what you are about to hear could change the way you see your love story forever. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a reason this message continues to unfold. There is a reason your attention has remained here. And there is a reason your heart feels that something important is coming. Most people never realize how close they are to a breakthrough because they focus only on what they can see. They judge their future by today's circumstances. They measure tomorrow by today's emotions. But what if the most important part of your story is happening where your eyes cannot see? Think about that for a moment. What if the waiting was not empty? What if the silence was not meaningless? What if every delay was quietly preparing something far greater than you imagined? Stay till the end. Because this revelation is bigger than it first appears. The message you have been waiting to hear about love is this. You are not forgotten. Not for 1 second. Not for 1 moment. Even during the days when nothing seemed to change. Even during the nights when questions filled your mind. Even during the moments when you wondered whether your hopes mattered anymore. You were never forgotten. And that truth changes everything. Don't skip. Because something huge is waiting for you. Right now, there are pieces moving into place that you cannot fully understand yet. Connections forming. Lessons completing. Doors preparing to open. The future is arranging itself in ways that may surprise you. One day you will look back and realize that what felt like a pause was actually preparation. You will realize that what looked like distance was actually direction. You will realize that what seemed uncertain was quietly leading you exactly where you needed to be. And when that realization arrives, it will make sense in a way that words cannot fully describe. Stay till the end. Because the next part is something many people never hear. You have spent so much time wondering when love would arrive that perhaps you forgot something important. Love is not only about finding someone. Love is also about becoming the person who can fully receive something beautiful when it arrives. And look at how much you have grown. Look at how much wisdom you have gained. Look at how much strength you carry now compared to the person you used to be. You are not the same person. You have changed. You have learned. You have become stronger than you know. And because of that, you are ready for things that once would have passed you by. Something huge is waiting for you. Don't skip. Because this next thought may stay with you long after this video ends. There are moments that divide life into two chapters. The chapter before. And the chapter after. A moment arrives. A conversation happens. An opportunity appears. A connection forms. And suddenly everything feels different. Not because the world changed overnight, but because the right moment finally arrived. Could you be approaching one of those moments right now? Many people would say no. Many people would doubt it. Many people would dismiss the possibility. But deep inside, something tells you otherwise. That feeling is why you are still listening. That feeling is why these words matter. That feeling is why your heart keeps searching for answers. Stay till the end. Because there is more. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that the thing you hoped for was closer than you thought. Imagine realizing that the story was still being written even when you thought nothing was happening. Imagine discovering that every lesson, every challenge, every moment of patience had a purpose. That realization would be powerful. That realization would be unforgettable. And sometimes the greatest surprises arrive when expectations are at their lowest. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The truth is that beautiful things often begin quietly. They do not announce themselves. They do not arrive with loud signs. They begin with small moments. A feeling. An opportunity. A conversation. A new sense of peace. A new sense of direction. And before you realize it, those small moments become part of a much larger story. Your story. A story that is still unfolding. A story that still contains chapters you have not read. A story that still contains moments capable of surprising you. Stay till the end. Because the next chapter of this message will reveal why timing has been one of the greatest hidden gifts in your journey and why what is ahead may be more meaningful than anything behind you. A remarkable truth is about to be revealed, and you do not want to miss a single second of it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is one thing that almost nobody talks about when it comes to love. People talk about finding it. People talk about losing it. People talk about searching for it. But very few people talk about what happens just before a meaningful chapter begins. The signs are often quiet. The changes are often invisible. The preparation happens behind the scenes. And because it happens so quietly, most people fail to recognize it. But not today. Today, you are being reminded of something powerful. The story of your heart is still moving forward. Even when progress feels slow. Even when answers seem delayed. Even when nothing appears to be changing. The story continues. Don't skip. Because the next revelation may completely change your perspective. Imagine reading only one page of a book and deciding how the story ends. It would make no sense. Yet many people do exactly that with their lives. They look at one difficult season and assume the future will look the same. They look at one challenge and assume nothing better is coming. They look at one disappointment and believe the story is over. But they forget something important. The most exciting chapters are often found near the middle of the story, not the beginning. And your story is still being written. Something huge is waiting for you. Stay till the end. Because there is a message hidden inside this moment. What if the reason things did not happen earlier was because something needed to be aligned first? What if certain lessons needed to be learned? What if certain strengths needed to be developed? What if the timing itself was part of the gift? Think about how different you are today. Think about how much you understand now that you did not understand before. Think about how much wisdom you carry. That growth matters. That growth has value. And that growth is preparing you for chapters that require the person you have become. Not the person you used to be. The person you are now. Don't skip. Because something huge is waiting for you. There are moments that seem ordinary while they are happening. Then years later, you realize those moments changed everything. A simple decision. A simple encounter. A simple opportunity. A simple step forward. At the time, it feels small. Later, it becomes one of the most important memories of your life. What if you are approaching one of those moments? What if the next chapter contains surprises you cannot currently imagine? What if the future holds experiences that will make today's uncertainty seem small in comparison? Stay till the end. Because there is something else you need to hear. Love is not only about being seen by someone else. It is also about recognizing your own value. And perhaps that is one of the greatest lessons of all. You were never meant to measure your worth by delays. You were never meant to measure your worth by temporary circumstances. You were never meant to measure your worth by the opinions of others. Your value has always existed. Your importance has always existed. Your story has always mattered. And the moment you truly understand that, everything begins to feel different. Something huge is waiting for you. Don't skip. Because the next part may be the most important revelation so far. Many people spend years chasing certainty. They want guarantees. They want proof. They want answers before taking the next step. But life often works differently. Sometimes faith comes before clarity. Sometimes movement comes before understanding. Sometimes the path becomes visible only after you begin walking forward. That is why this moment matters. Because you are being encouraged to keep moving. Keep believing. Keep growing. Keep expecting good things. Not because everything is perfect, but because your story is not finished. And unfinished stories contain possibilities. Beautiful possibilities. Unexpected possibilities. Life-changing possibilities. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As this message continues, remember one thing above all else. The chapter you are living right now is not the final chapter. There are pages you have not read. Moments you have not experienced. Memories you have not created. Conversations you have not had. Opportunities you have not seen. And surprises that may arrive when you least expect them. That is why hope remains powerful. That is why patience remains valuable. That is why your journey remains important. Don't skip. Because the next chapter of this message will uncover why the most unforgettable love stories often begin when everything seems quiet, and why the future may be preparing something greater than you ever imagined. What you are about to hear may be the most important part of this entire message. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. By now, you may have noticed something unusual. This message has never been about chasing love. It has been about understanding it. Because the message you have been waiting to hear about love is deeper than most people realize. Love is not only about a destination. Love is also about the journey that prepares you for that destination. And when you finally understand that, everything begins to make sense. The delays. The lessons. The unexpected turns. The moments that seemed confusing. All of them become part of a much bigger picture. Don't skip. Because the next revelation could change the way you see your future. Imagine standing at the edge of a mountain and looking back at the path you traveled. From the ground, many parts of the journey seemed random. Some roads appeared unnecessary. Some turns appeared frustrating. Some moments appeared disconnected. But from above, everything connects. Every step had a purpose. Every lesson had meaning. Every chapter contributed to the person you are today. And that realization is powerful. Something huge is waiting for you. Stay till the end. Because there is something many people never discover. The most unforgettable moments in life rarely arrive when expected. They arrive when preparation meets opportunity. They arrive when growth meets timing. They arrive when everything finally aligns. That is why patience matters. That is why hope matters. That is why your journey matters. Because every day has been building towards something. Something meaningful. Something memorable. Something capable of changing the direction of your story. Don't skip. Because this next thought deserves your full attention. There are people who spend years looking backward. They replay old memories. They replay old disappointments. They replay old questions. And because they are focused on what is behind them, they miss what is appearing in front of them. But you are being invited to look forward. To focus on possibility. To focus on growth. To focus on the opportunities that have not yet revealed themselves. Because the future still contains surprises. Beautiful surprises. Unexpected surprises. Life-changing surprises. Something huge is waiting for you. Stay till the end. Because the message is reaching its most powerful point. The truth is that your story is still unfolding. There are conversations that have not happened yet. There are connections that have not been made yet. There are memories waiting to be created. There are moments waiting to be experienced. And there are chapters waiting to be written. That is why this message matters. Not because it predicts the future, but because it reminds you that the future still exists. A future filled with possibilities. A future filled with opportunities. A future that has not finished surprising you. Don't skip. Because there is one final truth you need to hear. Never underestimate what can change in a short period of time. A single day can bring new clarity. A single conversation can bring new direction. A single opportunity can create a new beginning. A single moment can become a memory that lasts forever. And that is why hope remains important. Because you never truly know how close you are to a turning point. Something huge is waiting for you. Stay till the end. As this chapter closes, remember this. The message you have been waiting to hear about love is not a message of fear. It is not a message of doubt. It is not a message of limitation. It is a message of possibility. A message of growth. A message of preparation. A message reminding you that your journey still matters. That your story still matters. That your future still matters. And perhaps the most surprising revelation of all is this. The chapter you have been waiting for may not be as far away as it seems. Keep moving forward. Keep believing in better days. Keep expecting meaningful moments. Keep appreciating how far you have already come. Because every page of your story has brought you here. And here is exactly where the next chapter begins. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. And the best part of the story may still be ahead.